Hola amigos y amigas de YouTube, soy Andrea y vamos a practicar español. Today I want to talk to you about direct object pronouns. So let's get started with a presentation that I have prepared. Voy a compartir mi pantalla con una presentación. Y aquí la tenemos. Okay, so direct object pronouns. First of all, a pronoun is just something that replaces a noun. So instead of saying Amanda, we could say she. She would be a pronoun that replaces Amanda. So what is a direct object? A direct object answers the question who or whom after the verb. I should say whom or what after the verb. So for example, I see Lara. I see whom? I see Lara. Okay, so Lara is the direct object. She's receiving the action of the verb directly, and she's a noun. But I could replace her with a pronoun, the pronoun being her. I see Lara, I see her. Her is a direct object pronoun. I need a pencil. That answers the question, I need what? I need a pencil. Pencil is the direct object of the verb. And I could replace it with the pronoun it. I need it. So here are the direct object pronouns in Spanish. Repite, por favor. Me, te, lo, la, nos, os, los, las. So in English, me would be replaced by me. You informal singular would be replaced by te. Him would be lo, her would be la. You formal singular, which is the usted form of you, would be replaced by either lo or la, depending on whether it was masculine or feminine. Nos is for us, os is for y'all, or you, informal plural. Los is for them, masculine or mixed group. Las is for them, feminine. And you could use los or las when you're replacing ustedes, the you, formal plural. All right, so what makes this a little bit tricky is that the word order is different in Spanish than in English. In English, we say, I see her. So we've got the subject, then the verb, and then the direct object in that order. But in Spanish, the direct object pronoun comes before the verb. So we conjugate the verb for the subject. Ver means to see, and yo veo, tú ves, él ve, ella ve, usted ve, nosotros vemos, vosotros veis, y ellos, ellas, ustedes ven. In this case, I see would be veo, and I could leave out the yo because veo always goes with yo. But when I see her, I'm going to say the her first. Her I see, la veo. You see him, lo ves. Ves means you see, and lo means him. Him, you see, lo ves. He sees them. Él los ve. This time I left the subject pronoun in because ve could mean he sees, she sees, or you formal see. So I'm specifying, I'm clarifying that it's he sees them. Él los ve. Ella nos ve. She sees us. Nosotros te vemos. We see you. And you could leave out the nosotros and just say, te vemos. Ellos nos ven. They see us. Ustedes me ven. You, formal plural, see me. Yo os veo. I see all of you. You, informal plural. Ella lo ve. She sees him or it, masculine. Él las ve. He sees them, feminine. Okay, so that's a little bit tricky that if you're going to do it with a noun, the noun would come after. But if you're going to do it with a pronoun, the pronoun comes directly before the conjugated verb. All right, if you're making it negative, the no comes before the pronoun. So you do not separate the pronoun and the verb. The no would come first. I don't see her. Yo no la veo. Or you could leave the yo out and just say, no la veo. Don't, her, I see. Sounds funny in English, but it's perfect in Spanish. You don't see him. Tú no lo ves. He doesn't see them. Él no los ve. She doesn't see us. Ella no nos ve. We don't see you. Nosotros no te vemos. Notice again, we've conjugated the verb for the subject. And because vemos always goes with nosotros, you can leave nosotros out and just say, no te vemos. We don't see you. Ellos no nos ven. Ven means they see. No ven means they don't see. No nos ven, they don't see us. Ustedes no me ven. You all don't see me. Yo no os veo. You can leave out the yo because veo always goes with yo. No os veo. I don't see all of you. Ella no lo ve. She doesn't see it, masculine, or him. Él no las ve. He doesn't see them, feminine. Okay, so the most frequent time you're going to use this is when you are asking and answering questions, because pronouns keep you from being redundant. If somebody says in English, do you have my book? You're not going to say, yes, I have your book. You're going to say, yes, I have it, or no, I don't have it. So we're replacing the book with the pronoun it. And in Spanish, since mi libro is masculine, we're going to replace it with lo. ¿Tienes mi libro? Sí, lo tengo. Or no, no lo tengo. Here, the first no means no, and the second no means not. I don't have it. I do not have it. No lo tengo. ¿Tienes mi mochila? Mochila is a backpack and it's feminine, so we're going to replace it with la. Do you have my backpack? Yes, I have it. Or no, I don't. ¿Tienes mi mochila? Sí, la tengo. Or no, no la tengo. Do you know my sister? ¿Conoces a mi hermana? Yes, I know her. Or no, I don't know her. Her is going to be la. Sí, la conozco. Or no, no la conozco. Now, you might have noticed there was an ah in front of the last example there. Let's go back for just a second. For my sister. Do you know my sister? ¿Conoces a mi hermana? Because my sister is a person and she's receiving the action of the verb, she gets a personal ah. Anytime a person is the direct object, that person gets a personal ah. Pronouns don't get the ah, just nouns. Okay, so here we have I see Laura. Veo a Laura. She gets a personal ah because she's a person. But when I replace it with a pronoun, now the word order's changed. The pronoun comes before the verb, and we don't need the personal ah anymore. La veo. Notice if it's not a person, there's no personal ah. I need a pencil, necesito un lápiz, because it's an inanimate object. We do not need a personal ah. It's just necesito un lápiz or lo necesito. Okay, so here's where you get to really think about it. I see him. First, we want to think about I see. That's veo or yo veo, but you can leave out the yo. And then him would be lo, but it's got to come first. So it would be lo veo. I see her. We know her is la, and I see is veo, but the la comes first. La veo. He sees her. He sees is él ve, and her is la. But la comes before the verb, so that would be él la ve. She sees him. Ella ve is she sees. Him would be lo, but lo comes before the verb. Ella lo ve. I see you. Te veo. You see me. Me ves. They see us. They see would be ellos ven. Us would be nos, and nos comes before. So ellos nos ven. We see them. Nosotros vemos, but you can leave out the nosotros and just say vemos, and them would be los if it were masculine or a mixed group, and the los is going to come first. Los vemos. Okay, now if this seemed a little confusing, don't give up. Watch it again. Just takes practice, but you're going to hear it all the time when you're listening in Spanish. People say lo tengo, no lo tengo, la veo, no la veo. And you got to know what that lo or la refers to. And now that you've been exposed to it, you will. So thanks for joining me. Please join me next time. Next time, we're going to look at indirect object pronouns. And eventually, we're going to look at putting them both together.